UFC Fight Night, Mateusz Gamrot versus Salkilld goes down this weekend, and oh my god, have we got a badass card, kids. Some incredible fights from bottom to top. Just some incredible, amazing fights. There's more ranked fighters on this card than UFC 330, which is just incredible to see. The UFC August is such a good month. We are so spoiled. Anyway, in this video, I'm going to give my full card predictions for this amazing card. I'm going to go from top to bottom. I'm going to mix it up. Start with the main event all the way down to the first fight of the night. I've already made a video breaking down Mateusz Gamrot versus Salkilld, but I'll go through it again. I'm going to go with Salkilld by a second, third, fourth round knockout. I'm a bit worried as Gamrot is Gamrot. Gamrot's a good wrestler. We've seen him before, checked these prospects before, like Ribovic, like Klein. But them guys aren't good grapplers. Salkild's an underrated grappler. Jiu-Jitsu was his base. He's not just some striker. I know he's got that knockouts of Jubilee, Angel Jubilee, Nazareth hack press, etc. But he's a good striker, mixes it up. Dodgy against Dariush, but a lot of people are forgetting that Gamrot lost to Dariush, lost to Jalen Turner, smoked by Oliveira. I know these guys aren't as good as Salkilld. Well, some of them aren't Salkilld. I think Salkilld is very underrated here. Nice striking. Gamrot striking sloppy, just crashes into the pocket with some shit 1-2s. No head movement, no footwork. Salkild's a better striker. I am worried. Gamrot very well could smudge him and take the back and get an early finish here. I think Quillen will survive. Take over on the feet, get a knockout in rounds 2, 3, and 4. I'm a bit worried that he's the favourite. I don't like that, as that means, a lot of people are picking Salkilld, underrating Gamrot, which isn't good because Gamrot is very good. Gamrot is elite. Yeah, I don't know if he's elite, he's striking, he's an elite wrestler. And I do think Salkilld is top 10 level in this division. I think both of these guys are a very good matchup, and I respect it from Salkilld. He could have took an easy matchup. I'm pretty sure, you see in his interview, he said, I'm no pussy. Well, that's interesting. But he's not scared of Gamrot, and I respect that. That could also backfire, and he's going to go out there all cocky and he's just going to get double-legged and smudged. But I'm going to go with Salkilld to get a round 2, round 3, round 4 knockout. Yeah. Risky, but I'm going to trust in the bloody Salkilld, mate. On to the co-main event, if you can even call it that. What the actual fuck is this? How is this co-main event worthy of any fight card, even if it is a slop shit Apex card? Diego Ferreira versus Billy Quarantillo. Diego Ferreira's not won a fight in nearly 2 years. Billy Quarantillo hasn't won a fight in 3 years. Diego Ferreira's 41. Quarantillo's 38. Quarantillo is moving up. Knocked out by Cobb Swanson last time out, which didn't look good at the time, but Cobb Swanson looked okay against Nate Landwehr. It looked very good. Obviously, he's retired now. That's not a good look. Before that, submitted by Yusuf Salau. He's top 10 in the featherweight division, so that's not too bad. Last win was against Damon Jackson, and come on now, that is not a good win. Diego Ferreira, the same, knocked out by Alexander Hernandez, smudged by Grant Dawson. Who did he beat? He beat Rebetsky a couple of years ago, which was an impressive win, but that was, that is the last sighting of a prime Diego Ferreira. I'm going to go with Billy Quarantillo. See, if you're going to pick against Quarantillo, he's going to get smudged in the first round, smoked, knocked out. But Diego Ferreira isn't that guy anymore. He's not got that one shot. He's got the one shot power, but he's not as good as he was. He's 41. He's getting slower, getting older, less durable. Quarantillo moving up. This isn't. Don't fucking bet on this shit. This is a sloppy shit fight. I'm going to favour Quarantillo, overwhelming Ferreira in the later rounds. He's got some decent boxing. He's not got that much power, but you can hang with the guys. Chin is okay, but he usually struggles against the guys that are fast on the feet, powerful. Ferreira is powerful, but he's getting old. He's plodding around at range. Old guy. I think Quarantillo can eat his best shots, take over in the second and third, and win a decision. I think he loses the first round and sees out a boring decision, a decision win on the feet. Ferreira's not really a good wrestler. Now he is, to be fair, but Quarantillo, he's okay. I think this is dog shit. I'm trying to break this shit down. I'm going to go with Quarantillo to win by decision. Not a good fight at all. He's an underdog. Wow. Shit fight. Shouldn't be the co-main event. Give me Quarantillo. I'm not confident. I can't pick Diego Ferreira to beat anyone really. He's too slow, not durable. But Quarantillo isn't exactly either. This should be a pick'ems fight. Both guys are mid. I'm going to go with Quarantillo as the slight underdog here. Anyway, talking of shit sloppy matchups, this is the exact opposite. Darren Elkins versus Yeda Deval. An absolute layout for Yeda Deval. Just put the Yeda Deval round 1 knockout submission in the bag. Whatever he wants. He's a better striker. He's a better grappler. Darren Elkins, he's called the damage. I mean, just look at him. And not offense to you, Darren Elkins. I know he speaks like Stipe Miocic, old as fuck, took too much damage. She's been getting beaten up for 20 years in the UFC. He headed about. I mean, I can see him latching up a guillotine here. Darren Elkins shooting a takedown. He knows he can't really strike with these guys anymore. He even said he's retiring, win or lost. That's never a good look. Yeda Deval's going to smoke him in the first or second round. And Yeda Deval, yes, he did lose to Jordan Levitt, but Jordan Levitt's okay. I know Brito just submitted him, but Jordan Levitt's alright. He's a decent grappler. Striking's dog shit. That is disappointing. I thought Yeda Deval would have won that fight, but that happens. Darren Elkins is nowhere near the level of Jordan Levitt. Yeda Deval's going to smoke him in the first round. Submission, knockout, whatever. Go with Yeda Deval. He's a huge favourite, and rightfully so. Lemos versus Tainara. Tainara's a big favourite here. I'm going to go with her, but I wouldn't be surprised if Lemos wins. A lot of people are underrating Lemos. She's lost to Gillian Robertson, Tatiana Suarez, Jandarova. She beat Jasmine Lucindo. She was on PEDs as well, Lucindo. Obviously, the worst title fight performance in history against Zhang Wei Li. She's got a win over Mackenzie Dern. She is losing and beating the best comp in this division, the top 10 of the division. She's been there for nearly a decade. Tainara, how have you fluked that number 12 spot, buddy? She's beaten Forhan Molly Makan Lad in all the best grappler in the Forhan division meets. Loma Look Boom, she can't grapple either. And Bruno Brazil, who is dog shit. They cut her for losing to Tainara. But she's a good wrestler. She can get takedowns, and I think she can get at least a couple of takedowns on Lemos to see out the rounds. I don't think Lemos is all that anymore. She's 39. She is underrated, but I don't think she's got it anymore. Only getting older. We've seen her get taken down and exploited. Tainara's game is pressure, wrestling. She's a decent enough striker to survive on the feet with Lemos. Lemos is okay, but she's no, prime Lemos is gone. Even you can even call it a prime Lemos. Lemos, she's in the decline. And I think Tainara takes her spot in the top 10. And we could even see Lemos retire. She's 41. If I'm her, I lose this by decision. I get smudged. I'm going to retire. But she very well could win. She's got some underrated striking. Tainara's not fought the comp, but I'm going to trust in her to get the takedowns and see out some of the rounds here against her. Billy Ray Goff versus Ty Miller. I quite like Ty Miller. Good prospect. Got the first win of the year on UFC 224, where he beat Adam Fugit, which is, that's just the typical test for a debutant. Fight this crafty vet. He's not even a crafty vet. Fight this vet, Adam Fugit, and he knocked him out in the first round. Decent performance in the debut. Got the knockout. I quite like Ty Miller. He's a very good boxer. Decent power. Puts up a good pace. Grappling's a bit of a question mark, but this is a safe matchup for me here. Billy Ray Goff isn't a grappler, he's a striker. Got submitted by Ramiz Brahimaj last time out. Lost to Trey Waters by decision. He's okay on the feet. So's Ty Miller, but I think Ty Miller's faster, more powerful. Gets his way to a decision win here. Maybe a bit of wrestling from Billy Ray Goff, as he knows Ty Miller's got that as his bit of a weakness. But he's a big welterweight as well, 6'2", big guy. Too powerful for Billy Ray Goff here. I think it takes a true decent wrestler or a decent striker to beat Ty Miller. He's a good prospect. I like what I'm seeing so far. And yeah, I think he's going to back Billy Ray Goff up, land the higher output, win the decision, maybe even a knockout here. He's a very good striker. I quite like Ty Miller, but I can't get too high on him yet as we've not seen him beat the comp. He goes out here, gets a knockout against the Billy Ray Goff, then we can talk about giving him some decent matchups in this division. But Billy Ray Goff isn't dog shit, He's all right on the ground. He's got a knockout of some Asian bum in his debut, and that's I think it was on the TKZ card where he retired. He's okay. Trey Waters is a difficult puzzle to solve. Not everyone's as good as Sam Patterson, I guess, but I think he's outnumbered here. Ty Miller's a better striker, faster, hits harder, and he will find the chin, either a late knockout or dominate to a decision win here. Headlining the prelims and what? Oh shit! What have I done? Oh dear. Steven Asplund versus Guilherme Pat. A decent fight. Guilherme Pat, okay striker, can't grapple for shit. That's a good thing for him here. Asplund isn't a grappler, really. He doesn't really shoot takedowns. He's more of a volume boxer. That's what we see him do to Sean Sharaf. Against Vito Petrino, looked okay. I know he got... This is where I have issues with Asplund. His footwork's dog shit. He just stands there against Petrino. He rocked him bad in the second round. He just stands there in the middle. Just looking at Petrino as his Petrino's backing up, mixing the kicks. Asplund's purely boxing. What does worry me with Asplund? There's so many holes in his game. No offense to the guy, he's a fun guy. Very susceptible to low kicks. If Pat throws low kicks here, he will win. He doesn't like the low kicks, very heavy on that lead leg. He's got that boxing stance, very slow, but he's got a lot of pop in the pocket. He's very dangerous, high output, high volume. And I'm going to pick him here by decision. Stephen Asplund, overwhelming Guilherme Pat. Maybe actually, I'm going to go with knockout. Round 2, round 3, he's going to back Pat up. The volume's going to overwhelm Guilherme Pat. We see Thomas Peterson nearly knock him out. That's his teammate. Thomas Peterson is all right. He's nothing special. I think Asplund's better than Peterson on the feet. More powerful, better volume. I think he finds the chin of Pat, knocks him out. Pat's a bit of a fraud. He went to a sloppy decision with Alan Fry Jr. He got taken down, held down for 7 minutes. That isn't impressive. Alan Fry Jr. is dog shit. Asplund's a much better striker, higher output guy, and he will knock out Guilherme Pat here. The Asplund hype train continues. You know, it's on a momentum right now. A good loss against Vitor Petrino. He's a very good fighter, good kickboxer, and Asplund dropped him in that fight. You know, it took a lot of damage. That cut on his face very early, very well could open up here again. But I like Asplund. He's a fun guy, decent striker, high output, always brings it. Very good heavyweight, and I think he gets another win here and beats Guilherme Pat. Wow, what a fight. Dr. Nuzugay versus Bruno Lopez. Why are these in the UFC, and why are they making these type of matchups? Both these guys are pretty shit. I understand the hype for Nuzugay because any Kazakhstani, Eastern European guy, they just get thousands of followers because they're just flooded with the Kazakhstani bots in their comments. I'm going to go with him here though. Dr. Nuzugay by decision against Bruno Lopez. He's an okay striker. He's a kickboxer. He's grappling. If you're a decent grappler, you're going to take him down and beat him. Bruno Lopez isn't a good grappler. He's a sloppy striker at best. Pretty low output. We see him try to take down Navajo Sterling, had no success. And I can see Nuzugay teeing off on him, getting a late KO, but I think he's going to win by decision. Bruno Lopez is okay. Too slow. I think Nuzugay's faster than him. A pretty shit matchup. There's not really much else to say here. Both these guys are shit. Nuzugay's an alright striker. Can't grapple, but neither can Bruno Lopez. So it's going to be on the feet. Whoever gets the better is going to win. And I think Nuzugay, higher output, more powerful, and he will find the chin of Bruno Lopez. Win a decision. Nothing special. An absolutely shit fight. Both guys should just be getting fed to prospects as they've already been fraud checked and exposed. Now we're talking. Louis Sutherland. Yes, yes, yes. Louis Sutherland's back. The fucking GOAT versus Jose Montana da Silva. I'm going with Louis Sutherland. No UK bias. You know, we're best buddies. He replied to one of my TikToks. You know, what a guy. Jose Montana da Silva, he's dog shit. He's an absolute can crusher in Brazil. He's a jiu-jitsu guy. Hasn't fought since over a year. I'm going to just read you his record. I've made some notes. He got rear naked choke winning against a guy that's 3-1. He's now 3-2. That guy's dog shit. Before that, May 2025, rear naked choke against a guy that's 1-0. Didn't fight again for 2 years. August 2023. Arm triangle the guy that's 0-0. He's a can crusher. He's a jiu-jitsu guy. We don't know about his striking. He's good at grappler, but he's not fucking Louis Sutherland. Come on now. Louis Sutherland's going to knock him out in round 1. He's going to back him up. Louis Sutherland's a very powerful guy, and we have to remember, who does that to Taito Ivasa? No one does that to Taito Ivasa. Smudge Taito Ivasa on short notice as well. Don't forget the short notice. Louis Sutherland, very good wrestler of his own. I don't want him to take it to the ground here just because this guy, that's his only game. You know, that's like fighting Oliveira and trying to take him down, you know. Who would try and fight Oliveira and just take him down? That would be a stupid game plan. Louis Sutherland, keep it on the feet. Knock out Jose Montana da Silva. Keep the hype going. I understand why they're giving him shit matchups. You know, he's already lost twice to Walter Walker and Vitor Petrino. Not Vitor Petrino. Brando Perecic. What the fuck was that accent? That was South Africa. Brando Perecic. But he's a good guy in the pocket. Very powerful. He's going to have a reach advantage here. I've looked up this guy's reach. It's like 63, 64. I don't think he's 6'4". He's a good grappler. We don't know about his striking. He's fought absolute cans. I'm going to go with the UFC proven, regional scene proven. Good striker, good wrestler. He's good everywhere. Louis Sutherland to knock out Jose Montana da Silva. No UK bias at all. I do genuinely think Louis Sutherland's better. He could have been from Japan. It could be, I don't know any Japanese names. No bias. I'm going to go Louis Sutherland to knock out Jose Montana da Silva and keep that win streak going and solidify himself in the UFC. Talking of knockout artists, Manuel Souza versus Richie Miranda. I'm a big fan of Manuel Souza. I wasn't that impressed looking at his record and before the UFC. Very good performance against Balajoki in his debut, knocked him out. I like Manuel Souza. He's a very good striker, good cardio. What does worry me is his grappling is a bit sus. You know, Balajoki was able to hold him down. I know it was an awkward transition where he dropped him and then it was kind of like, oh, cheers, mate. leg lock type of position where he held him down, trying to pull a Kimura, etc. But he's a much better striker than Richie Miranda. Richie Miranda, LFA champ in the lightweight division. He's kind of mid on the feet. He's a decent grappler. But I think Manuel Souza will defend his takedowns, back him up, knock him out. He's a very good striker. I'm a big fan of Manuel Souza. Good striker. And let's be honest, look at this card placement. Why aren't these two on the main card? And Asplund, I understand why that's on the main card. He's a decent prospect. I understand that. Why are these two on the main card? Put Louis Sutherland here and Asplund. Come on now, no one cares about these bums. Manuel Souza is going to knock out Richie Miranda. Very good striker, very high output, very good cardio. He swings like a madman for 3 straight rounds. Fuck Balazioki, tried to eye poke him, cheat. It doesn't matter, Manuel Souza is too good. Got the knockout. I'm going with him here to get another knockout. 2-0 in the UFC, hopefully, and beat Richie Miranda. Miles Johns versus Jesse Rosas. A weird matchup here. These guys are 35 as a short notice. Jesse Rosas, you may think that's a familiar last name. Yes, that is Raul Rosas Jr.'s brother. But he's dog shit. I've watched his fights. He's a can crusher. He's got a decent win last time out against someone that's like 23-10, so a respectable win. A round 5 rear naked choke. But he's dog shit. He's shit on the feet. A decent grappler on top. But look at the I do it the same with this Brazilian guy, Sutherland's fight. I'm going to read you his resume. The guys he's beat. 23-10, 9-15, 8-5. He lost to a guy that's 6-5, got choked out in the first round. Just rolled straight into it. Watch that clip. It's all over Twitter. And 3-4. He's a bit of a can crusher. Good grappler. He trains with. Look at his brother. He must be training with his brother. If he can get Miles Johns down, I do expect him to finish him. But I don't think he's going to get Miles Johns down. Just look at Miles Johns' resume. He's UFC proven. He's not getting the wins. Going to competitive decisions with G-Mad Samuto, Felipe Lima. I know Marcos just took him down and ragdolled him. But would Jesse Rosas do that to Daniel Marcos? I mean, we don't know. I'm going to assume not. I'm going to go with Daniel Marcos, Miles Johns to knock out Jesse Rosas. I don't think he's a good striker at all. Up at 45, so less weight to cut for Miles Johns. He's UFC proven bantamweight against a Mexican can crusher who's really early in the UFC because of his brother's name. Let's be honest, if he's called Jesse Hernandez, he's not going to be in the UFC. So I'm going to go with Miles Johns. Juliana Miller versus Ravina Oliveira. Record aside, Juliana Miller is a good wrestler. Her striking is dog shit. Ravina Oliveira is the opposite. Her striking is mid. I watched her fight live in the flesh against Chanel Dyer. We'll get to Chanel Dyer again in a minute. She's relevant again. Ravina Oliveira can't grapple. Chanel Dyer was able to take her down. Her striking's okay. She throws a couple of nice high kicks against Chanel Dyer. That's what she's going to need to do here against Miller. Miller's striking isn't all that. But she's the favourite. A big favourite. I don't think she should be this big of a favourite. I'm going to go with Juliana Miller to take down Ravina Oliveira. She's had grappling problems in the past. Miller took the back of Carla Judice, a good performance against a very decent striker and fighter in this division against Carla Judice. Her record's a bit sus. If she can get it down, she's going to win. I think she will. A bit worrying if it's on the feet as her striking's dog shit. But I'm going to pick her to take down Ravina Oliveira, submit her. I don't think Ravina Oliveira is that good. Neither Juliana Miller. It's just typical striker versus grappler. And I'm going to go with the grappler Juliana Miller to take down Ravina Oliveira and submit her. The first fight on the card, even not the final fight. Gigi Canuto versus Carol Foro. Carol Foro beat Chanel Dyer on the Contender Series. A very good fight. Defended all of Chanel Dyer's takedowns, which is a big thing to say here. Gigi Canuto is a BJJ woman, and I always say guy when I talk about the WMA woman. A BJJ woman fighter. She's on the tough at the moment. She just lost in the semi-finals. She got TKO'd after gassing out, after shooting takedowns in the first round. And I can see the exact same thing happening here. Carol Foro is a very good striker. Decent defense. Better striker. I think she's going to knock out Gigi Canuto here in the first fight of the night. I don't know an awful lot about these two. It's your typical grappler versus striker. I'm going to favour the striker here in this one instead of the grappler. I'm going to go with Carol Foro, just based off of her performance in the Contender Series. We haven't seen her since. A bit inactive. She was booked a couple of times. Didn't fight. But I'm going to go with Carol Foro. So yeah, an absolute dog shit card. But we're good boys for the UFC. You know, we all watch this slot for fun at 5 a.m. in the morning. We're good boys. Whatever the UFC feed us, we're going to eat it and enjoy it. So yeah, I'm going with Carol Foro, Juliana Miller, Miles Johns, Manuel Souza, Louis Sutherland. Come on, Louis Sutherland. Nerza Gay, Asplund, Timelot, Tainara, Yeda Deval, Quarantillo is my crafty underdog, and Gamrot Vs Salkilld, mate. So yeah, that is my full card picks. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and goodbye.